Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen around the world, wherever you are. Welcome to Magic the Gathering. Today we've got a standard deck that is sort of almost traditional black-white control. Just Planeswalkers, Blood on the Snow, Meathook Massacre, Vanishing Verse. We've seen this before. This is not the fancy stuff. This is the fancy stuff. Of course, we all know Eyetwitch and Shambling Ghast. These are all-stars that have been in the format for a while. Almost every black-based control / midrange deck runs these with Deadly Disputes. Card draw they provide, the card advantage engine is just extremely powerful. Just such easy, cheap plays that are such pains for aggro decks to deal with, and also capable of generating value with sack outlets. Now, in this deck, we have completely chosen to eschew Deadly Dispute. There are no Deadly Disputes in the deck. There is no treasure, almost no treasure. I suppose you can sometimes make treasure Shambling Ghast. The point is instead this. This card is broken. If anyone doesn't see 2 mana, exile target non-land permanent as an extremely powerful effect, there is something very wrong with the way they're playing Magic, right? For 2 mana, you get to deal with literally any non-hexproof threat. Anything whatsoever. And it exiles it. It's gone for good. Twice. You can do it twice. With good sack fodder like this, with things like Ambitious Farmhand that make sure that you're continuing to hit your land drops, that you never fall behind, you can always have both the late game of your walkers guaranteed by this extremely cheap spot removal. Like if you're let's say you're on the draw, okay, they play a 1-drop, or they just play a tap land pass, you go Eyetwitch, pass back, and then they play their big 2-drop dumb thing, right? Your Sager against mono green, they play their stupid werewolf pack leader, right? On turn 2, if you untap and you have to cast Rite of Oblivion on their 2-drop, sacrificing your Eyetwitch, my man. Also, turn 2, if they play a 1/1 with some kind of X1 and another creature, and you start with the Shambling Ghast into Rite of Oblivion, you kill both their creatures. It's very messed up how good of a roadblock these by themselves are against aggro. Now, of course, traditionally, the problem with black-white control decks like this is a lot of the times your removal just doesn't do anything. You'll be up against control decks for Vanishing Verse is bad. The new flavor of Planeswalker, things like Kaito Shizuki, they are... Is that what it's called, actually? Hang on. Wait a second, chum. I just want to make sure I'm not massacring his name. Kaito. I remember the first part of his name. I don't remember the second part. Kaito Shizuki. It is Shizuki. Okay, so anyways, that's not the point. Point is, there are games where Vanishing Verse, Meathook Massacre are less than ideal. Ambitious Farmhand is still fine. In mid-range mirrors and control matchups, this is still fine. It cycles, it's a good sack fodder thing, it can chip in for damage against Planeswalkers, and it actually turns into a relevant creature later on in the game, thanks to Coven. This card is very good, by the way. 2 mana, 1/1, find my land, and then eventually later in the game turn into a life-linking relevant creature. This is very solid. If you have use for the front half, which we absolutely do with this Rite, this card is absolutely stellar. Highly recommend playing with it if you have any reason to. Fellstinger is the spice. This card is what makes this deck, like what allows this deck to exist, right? Fellstinger, again, if you read the card, it's 3 mana on a creature that can draw 2 cards and lose 2 life, and it has Death Touch, so it can trade with a thing. This will straight up be a 3-for-1 a lot of the time. Because if you're sacrificing an Ambitious Farmhand, you haven't spent a card, right? You cycle this. You got your planes. So if you go Ambitious Farmhand Fellstinger, you're just up 3 cards. That's insane. Like, it is nutty how much work this card does. Whether you're talking about control, mid-range, stop against aggro, this card is bonkers good. Also, I suppose technically it can provide some amount of reach. We have Meathook Massacre out on the field as well. a Fellstinger trigger can hit for 3. Also, notably, because it's exploit, and it's not you may sacrifice another creature, if you are in a rush to get your cards, you can actually just like throw out the Fellstinger as a bad divination. But hopefully that won't be necessary. Hopefully one of these guys will give you what you need for Fellstinger. The rest of the deck is Planeswalkers. All 6 of our Planeswalkers, all 8 of our Planeswalkers make tokens. So they go very well with our sacrifice strategy. And 2 of them straight up draw cards, which in conjunction with the Fellstinger means you never run out of cards. Kaya, recurring Fellstingers or Eyetwitches. And Wandering Emperor, fantastic new addition from Kamigawa. Just the ability to exile a thing at instant speed and then make creatures. She just does everything. She's so good. If you're playing white, there's almost no reason not to play her. It's very difficult to argue that every card in your deck is better than Wandering Emperor. 1 Legion Angel, because we can. This is a slow deck. It's not looking to beat you down very quickly. A Legion Angel is very free value. It's just 1 card that turns into 4 cards. Because we have Eyetwitch, we have a Learn board. Mana base used to have Faceless Haven before the banning. Of course, now don't. Still play a bunch of Snowlands, though. The Snowfield Sinkhole is a good duel. But it's not just that. It's you get a Blood on the Snow. This card is still good, not as good as it used to be. Like when you would put Faceless Haven in your deck and you would get Snow Mana for free, you would just play at least 3 to 4 Blood on the Snow, which is always. Now with having to play like more Snowfield Sinkholes and less Faceless Havens, it's less tempting to go all in on Snow. And oftentimes, given how fast Standard has evolved, Blood on the Snow is actually more of a mid-range Dirtle card than it is an anti-aggro card, because you're not going to make it to 6 mana a lot of the time. Or if you are before you can get to cast your first Wrath, Meathook Massacre is there for precisely these situations when you need to clear boards of X2s and X3s. Thalia also makes Blood on the Snow feel very bad because 7 is so much more than 6 when you're trying to cast your spells. So that's the introduction to the deck. I've been working on this for a while. It's a little bit of a pet project of mine. I've been tinkering with the numbers. Used to have more Shambling Ghast, less Shambling Ghast, more Rite of Oblivion, etc., etc. But the core idea of the deck was I just wanted to build something with Rite of Oblivion. And I also tried other shells with Rite of Oblivion that use things like Sedgemoor Witch, etc., etc. But eventually the Planeswalker package, just Black-White has amazing Planeswalkers, amazing removal. You're doing yourself a disservice if you're not using all of this. This is obviously geared for best of 1, but if you want to do best of 3, decks like this do very well in best of 3. You would start with just, I would start at least with just Duress and Bloodchief's Thirsts in the sideboard, and then go from there. Maybe some Graveyard Hate, but this deck is essentially very complete in itself. You have good answers to creatures, good roadblocks, good removal, a variety of very powerful different threats that are all resilient and provide value. I would highly recommend getting more of this card. Takenuma is absolutely amazing. It has been amazing every time I've played it so far. I'm considering going up another Takenuma, but to do that I would have to cut a card here, and right now I'm just not even sure what I would cut here because the slots are all so bloody tight. Most likely one of these Planeswalkers, but I really don't want to play fewer of any of these walkers. So honestly, I'll keep the Takenuma. You know, for testing purposes, let's say we'll pretend that this Legion Angel, like whenever we draw this Legion Angel, we'll be like, I wish this was a land. Maybe this was a Takenuma, and we'll see how many times we actually say, I wish this was a land. All right, enough of that. Let's take this deck for a spin. Now, you will have to forgive my being bronze here. I actually have been very frustrated with MTG Arena recently. I stopped playing just as Crimson Vow came out. I love Magic. I have loved Magic for a very long time. It is one of my favorite things in the world, but boy, oh boy, is Arena sometimes very frustrating. I poured a lot that I had into Arena, especially with Historic, and then Alchemy showed up, and then I had all the wildcards invested. Just felt like I invested in a non-rotating format, but ended up getting a rotating format, and it was just, oh, this is ugly. I really wish I had an untapped land for the Ambitious Farmhand here. It's okay. We're going to attack because we're not going to block here. And then we are hopefully going to be setting up for a powerful Meathook Massacre and Luminarch Aspirant. Okay. Alright, bruv. Alright. Oh, but he's putting the counter on the Aspirant. That's pretty cool. And we draw the Rite of Oblivion. That's amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack, chip in. Obviously, this is why Snowfield Sinkhole is questionable. But you really want the snow mana for Blood on the Snow. Like, if Faceless Haven were legal, I would take out 2 Sinkholes and I would put into Faceless Haven and not be happy about it. I think we're going to get a Sciences. I feel like if we just hit our land drops, there is no way we're going to lose this game. And so next turn, what we can do is we can go Farmhand, grab a land, play Sciences. What's this? Paladin class? Okay. If he just keeps doing more of this, then he is going to get absolutely massacred by Meathook Massacre. Haha. See, it's funny because massacred by Meathook. No, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let's play out the Eyetwitch. Now this way we have 2 blockers, and we threaten a double block. Brutal Cathar is going to get one of these. My friend. Yeah. No point in blocking, actually. Meathook Massacre is going to... I would rather have the Drain on their thing. Goodbye. I'm going to do this for 3, just in case they have a random pump effect for 1, but I can't even think of what that would be. Like, probably doing it for 2 is probably just fine. And we get our Eyetwitch back. And now they've lost the game. Aggro deck trying to play against Meathook Massacre. In this day and age, although Clarion Spirit can be a problem, I will grant it that. Should be okay though. We've got I believe the term is an embarrassment of riches, is what the term is. What are we doing? So many options. I think let's go with the most expensive option, mana efficiency purposes. Well, we could just like get, honestly, I'll just play the Legion Angel out. If they have an answer to the Legion Angel, yeah, this is game. they can help beat Legion Angel. Legion Angel is so good. Like, if you are on a stable board and you throw out a Legion Angel, yikes. So, as I was saying, apologies for bronze. Like, I was Mythic several seasons. I first got Mythic Dominaria Standard. I was playing my version of Mono Blue Tempo. Main board for Surge Mare. Got all the way to Mythic with that. And then after that, when Kroxa came out, combined Priest of Forgotten Gods, Ox of Agonis, Kroxa, Rixmati Reveler, Lurrus in the main to make this incredible like version of the Kitty Cat deck. It was the best version of the Kitty Cat deck out there. I loved it. Took me to Mythic again, and then after that I hit Mythic with I can't quite remember exactly what, but then most recently I hit Mythic on Theros Limit. Actually hit Limited Theros, and then most recently again Limited. I think it was with Dungeons and Dragons. Not sure though. But it's just there wasn't enough payoff. You know, like, I was putting in all of this work, grinding just to fail a qualifier. You know, it's like, and nothing else was happening. It just felt so bad. So hear me out. This is horrifyingly mana inefficient. But if they play another creature here, and I can Rite of or another permanent, just like anything, I Rite of Oblivion that thing, sacrificing Shambling Ghast, killing Thalia, that's just such a power move. Or I could just block. Like, this will still kill your Thalia. Do you have another one? You might have another one. That would explain it. This looks to be green-white humans. Are you legit spending a snakeskin veil? Oh. Okay. He traded snakeskin veil for my Shambling Ghast. I will take it. I will take that and be happy. Hopefully we draw a swamp though. Even if we don't, we can sacrifice the Eyetwitch to grab an Environmental Sciences to go get a swamp. Yeah, I'm not going to block that time around, mate. might actually want this for sacrifice purposes. Okay. We'll go ahead and hit this. And I will actually go ahead and write away the Thalia, because it's actually very annoying to have all of my removal cost so much more. If he has another one, but if he had another one, surely he wouldn't have spent the Snakeskin Veil on his Thalia. So I don't think he does. At least I don't think he did. He might now. Yeah, no blocks there, mate. You do your 1 damage. And then nothing. Alright, opponent is horrifyingly mana screwed, unfortunately. It's just turning into a non-game very quickly. We don't even have to, like, do anything here. You just, like, sit back. Are you yeah, okay. I was wondering if he's considering doing anything with Ambitious Farmhand, and I realized it's probably just my internet laying out. Alright. Environmental Sciences, Blood on the Snow is online. Mana screwed opponent. Aggro deck playing into this hand. Not much to say about this one. The sooner it's over, the better. Oh, they did find a 3rd land. Skyclave Apparition. Is that what's going to happen? Upgrade by 1/1 into a 2/2? No, Spellbinder. Sure. Read him and weep. Because no matter what happens here, I'm going to Meathook Massacre next turn. If he takes it, I'll have to pay slightly more mana. If he doesn't take it, I'll have to pay less mana. But this is a very easy Meathook Massacre now, and nothing he does can change that. Okay, he's going to take the Meathook Massacre, make me spend all my mana so that I don't have Vanishing Verse up for the next turn. I will happily, again, remember the golden rule. Ambitious Farmhand, perfectly fine by himself. Doing it for 1, who doesn't unfortunately kill the initiate, so we'll just pay this for 2. We could, like, threaten 1 chip damage, but then if he trades off the Spellbinder, actually, maybe I should have offered the attack, because if he trades off with Spellbinder, I wouldn't even need to Meathook. So that was incorrect. I should have attacked, either dealt 1 damage, or let him trade it with the Spellbinder, at which point the Meathook would no longer have been necessary. Oh, he's got another one of this. Okay. Okay. Blood on the Snow. No reason to let him know this. Honestly, we're fine. We don't have to do anything here. We don't need to. We want to avoid using too many resources here, because if we just use all of our spot removal, and then because he's been mana screwed, now he'll slowly get the mana to play his cards, and then it'll feel pretty bad. Is he betting that I don't have? I wonder if I should even dropped. If he has that Hexproof Indestructible card, that would be annoying, and I don't really have anything good to get back with Blood on the Snow either. I will Vanishing Verse that away, I think. Probably. Not sure. Oh, if he actually uses the Hexproof Indestructible. Amazing! Whoa. Alright, so trading his Snakeskin Veil for removal, that makes sense. I will take 5 damage, that will be painful, but then I will Blood on the Snow. It's going to be great. I will get back my Eyetwitch. Unfortunately, no Planeswalkers in the yard, but Eyetwitch is still absolutely fantastic. Legion Angel. Eyetwitch is still absolutely fantastic in this spot, because it will get Mascot Exhibition, which is really big at this stage in the game. And of course, life gain from the Meathook Massacre. Meathook Massacre is so good. It's a little mana intensive, so I rarely play 3. I almost always will just put 2 in the decks that I play, but it's just such a beating. It does so much work. The fact that it's a board wipe that keeps doing work after the board has been wiped. That's incredible. We don't particularly care about this Brutal Cathar. Do we just play double Legion Angel? Or I think let's Vanishing Verse the Brutal Cathar. We have a Rite of Oblivion in the yard, so I'm actually happy to draw more cards here. Also, we haven't played a land yet this turn, and also this way we get Mascot Exhibition, so this just does so much more. And now, like, all of the extra resources that he was holding in hand no longer exist. Although we could get Pest Summoning to prepare for the next Fellstinger. Meh. Mascot Exhibition is fine. We don't have to do anything here. Just pass the turn. If he plays anything that we care about, we can Vanishing Verse it. If he doesn't play anything we care about, then we can go Mascot Exhibition. And, like, really, there's just... Like, even if he goes Ren and 7 here... Brilliant's not going to cut it, my friend. We'll just go ahead and verse you. Does he have Snake Skin again? No, he doesn't. Okay. Cool. Just go ahead and... Oh, we even drew the Eyetwitch. Fantastic. So, Mascots... this kind of deck, I highly doubt is playing Doomscar. It would be pretty funny if he plays a Doomscar. But I essentially got this for free, because I got it of the Eyetwitch sacrifice to the Felstinger. And then this Eyetwitch will, again, get me another card. And Felstinger obviously drew a bunch of cards. So he's Doomscarring to deal with cards that I haven't really... Like, I've already cycled. Well, that's not going to do anything. Do you have a better play? Because now this is just gonna get Rite of Oblivion. Should I attack first? Right. I think right first, just to make sure that nothing can go wrong. There, target that. See if he wants to give it Hexproof, Indestructible, or any of that nonsense. That might change my play if he does. Necrotic Fumes is fine, yeah. We have critters, so we can, like, sacrifice them. We can throw away a few critters here to hit him. I mean, this is lethal. If he takes this, Mascot Exhibition is a very quick clock. Did we get him? No, he's got something. Okay, he's got a Valor Stinger, sure. Okay, he's now dead. Because, so, the moment we choose to sacrifice something, he will already die, but then we could also target him with a Felstinger's ability, so we're going to do that. Just to show off. Yay, we're silver. Literally started playing again 2 days ago. So far, deck feels pretty smooth. Unfortunately, the games we've had so far haven't really been games. They've been non-games, just like rolling over opponents who are completely clueless what they're supposed to do. Hopefully this one presents a little bit more opportunity to show off what the deck is capable of doing. Lost a very cheesy game earlier today. Opponent was mono black Warlock class. They had it well under control. Just ignored the one Warlock class that he had turned into a level 3, and then he just rips a Scourge of the Skyclaves at the top of his deck and just like one-shots me from 16 life. It was highly unfortunate. What else is highly unfortunate is the fact that all my lands enter tapped, so I can't play an Eyetwitch on turn 1. Not that I mind terribly much, I don't necessarily need to play... Yeah, it's still fine. Next turn we can go either Eyetwitch Farmhand or we can go Felstinger, depending on what's going on over here. If he attacks, okay, Luminarch Aspirant, now he will attack, okay. So what do we do here? Felstinger is risky, and the reason I say that is because if he has a Skyclave Apparition or a Brutal Cathar, and I go all in on this Felstinger, sacrificing the Eyetwitch, then suddenly I have no board, and that would suck. So now we're in a situation where, okay, Portable Hole away an Eyetwitch. The farm? What? The card that's already cycled, that's what you're throwing away? Oh, you're gonna put 2 counters on that guy, aren't you? Oh, you're not. Interesting. I see the play. So you're offering that. Am I taking it? I think I am, to be entirely honest. We'll probably go Pest Summoning and Necrotic Fumes. I doubt this game will go as far as Mascot Exhibition. We always have the opportunity to grab some later. 4 mana, what are we gonna do? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Felstingers for days. If we just play Pest Summoning here, I don't think that's how we're gonna win this game. I don't think that does enough. He's going to have either a 5/5 or 2 3/3s. So I think, unfortunately, I really don't just want to run out this Felstinger. I think Pest Summoning, Prepare to Necrotic Fumes is our best bet. We could also just draw a Meathook Massacre. That'd be cool. Thalia. Okay. Are we taking it all? Falling to 8? That's fine. We'll block a bigger hit with the Aspirants later down the road. Draw a land, which is not great. We will have to Necrotic Fumes away one of the Aspirants. It's getting out of control otherwise. And then we'll worry about the Guardian of Thraben later on. I mean, we're still banking on drawing one of our 4 board wipes here. Wandering Emperor would be amazing as well. Oh my god. Of course, I mean, why would they ever run out of these things? Alright. Meathook Massacre is live. I can't afford to fall to 1, surely. And then the Felstingers don't do anything anyway, so it's just block 4 damage. Gain 1. And now we're hoping to draw Meathook Massacre. Blood on the Snow doesn't do it. Can't cast it. Vanishing Verse is fine. Completely fine. So we'll go play this black land. Play out this Felstinger. No exploit. Just playing this out as a blocker. And I think we have to Vanishing Verse the Thalia because our Felstingers can actually block the Aspirants. So hopefully they'll put more counters on the thing. Okay, this is still fine. I think. Probably. But now it gives us decisions to make. Put it on Thalia's, why don't you? Oh, are we? Actually, that's not fine, because we're at 6 lives, so we're dead now. Because they have 3 lethal threats. Oh, that's highly unfortunate. Could we have played that differently? Sure. But I think it wasn't just a question of playing it differently, it's just we were so slow. Just did things super slowly and we never found a board wipe. We just wasted so much mana. It was highly inefficient. And we didn't really find any real early removal. So that was sad. Starting with the tap lands and then it's just, maybe there should be less tap lands in the deck. Maybe 2 of those Snowfield Sinkholes shouldn't be Snowfield Sinkholes. Not sure though. Not sure about that one. It's alright. On average, our mono-white matchup is generally fantastic. So just barely being on the edge each time is rough. A Wandering Emperor would have done a really good job there. Running out the Sorin didn't feel like it would have done anything at really any point there. Oh, the Hive is a good draw. It lets us go Eyetwitch. And now we have turned to Vanishing Verse. Might be worth Vanishing Versing their Eyetwitch if they don't leave up mana. If they leave up mana, then they possibly have Deadly Dispute up. If they don't leave up mana, then they don't have mana for Deadly Dispute. But they do have mana for Village Rites. I accept. This is completely fine. We can both do the thing. I'll grab an Environmental Sciences. Ghast isn't very good against us, so we're not terribly worried about that. Okay, both players getting Sciences, but I have Sciences on curve. We don't really care about... Yeah, I don't think we really care about Ghast at all. It gives them something to dispute away, but it's they have a good 2 mana play anyway, even if we take away their dispute. And whatever they're going to dispute into eventually, a Lolth or whatever, we have an answer for in the form of this Vanishing Verse and Kaya and a Lolth of our own, so I'm just not worried about this this particular Ghast. Not going to run out the Felstinger though, not without any real reason to. or don't have the sacrifice thing. That's one reason, maybe, not to run out not to trade Eyetwitches, because I have Felstingers and he doesn't. But then Felstingers actually do trade for the Shambling Ghast, funnily enough. That's alright. Okay. Science is completely fine. That is just not scary at all. Grixis, eh? Grixis Eyetwitch Ghast. I wonder what spice he has in store for me. Nothing has changed since last turn. Just gonna pause the turn. If he floods the board with more creatures, we'll consider a Massacre. If he doesn't, we'll just go for a Lolth. He does have blue mana. Scully, eh? So in response to Scully coming down, I will try and Vanishing Verse it, see if he wants to sacrifice his Shambling Ghast. He probably will, right? And then so he makes a treasure there. And now he has gazillions of mana, and he's up a card. No, it's not up a card. Cycled his Shambling Ghast, and then Vanishing Verse traded for his. He's up some mana, not cards though. Well, he does still have, unfortunately, mana up, but it doesn't look like he's playing counter magic. So, first shot to us. We have Lolth. Not worried about Goldspan Dragon, unless he goes Frostbite, Goldspan Dragon or something. Well, he probably isn't playing Frostbite. You know what I mean? Like, 2 removal spells into Lolth. Blood chiefs my Lolth after it's already made 2 tokens, sure. Now, you might think you don't care about the tokens, my friend, but I assure you I have plenty of use for them. I do have a Vanishing Verse. I'm not feeling awful about attacking. What could he have? Instant speed to deal with these 2 tokens. I think maybe Wandering Emperor, but he wouldn't flash that in. He's probably not playing it. Highly unlikely that he's flashing out treasures. I want to save this Kaya for exiling a relevant permanent. So I would rather just have the Felstinger now, and just draw a gazillion cards. Of course, if Lolth was here, this would have been a counter on the Lolth, a card draw off the Lolth as well, so that would have been practically game over. As it is, the game continues, but I'm still feeling great about my spot. Okay, we've got all of the permanent removal in the world. Fantastic recursive threat in the form of Legion Angel. Come at me, bro. What do you got? Next turn, to play around a Wrath like Meathook Massacre. Decks like these are massive fans of Meathook Massacre. Sure. So I drew this Felstinger. This actually plays really well into Felstinger Legion Angel mana efficiency wise, but I think I would rather play Kaya, leave up Vanishing Verse. I'm much more comfortable on this. If he wants to counter this somehow, he can. Okay, he's not going to. Cool. So I'm going to +1 this Felstinger, and if you're going to do anything about it, do so now or forever hold your peace. Yeah, he's got to go ahead and kill this. I could tell he didn't want to. But if he had a removal spell, I wanted to. Like, if he doesn't kill it now, then that Felstinger, same Felstinger, comes back again next turn. It's very rough. Now, whatever, unless he has targeted removal for Kaya, whatever threat he has can probably get Vanishing Verse. So far, we've only seen monocolored. Oh, he has a Kaya. He has a Soul Shatter. All right, Soul Shatter trades for Kaya. 2 for 1 for me. That's okay. We've still got so many other threats in hand. Safer play might have been to Legion Angel, but then we're just like playing into, they have a Massacre. Is he trying to fire up the Hive? I will Vanishing Verse it very happily. That's okay. He's not trying to do that. Okay. That actually... So, now, what we will do is we'll play out this Ambitious Farmhand, okay? And then grab a Plains. Yes, I would like to search my library. Get some land out of there, please. Then I will hold full control, Felstinger, autopay, I don't care about that, resolve, and then before the exploit trigger, like as exploit triggers, are you gonna kill my farmhand in response? As exploit triggers, before, like when exploit goes on the stack, see now, Because I have creatures with 3 different powers, I'm going to activate this, turn it into Coven. And the reason I couldn't do this without holding full control is because now I do want to exploit, right? So I will exploit sacking this, and then that would no longer give me Coven. So I transform this, and then Felstinger sacks this. It's nice. It doesn't matter if he kills it. I still get the trigger. Yes, I will exploit this happily. Felt any abilities? Oh my god, no. Oh, that's terrible. I completely forgot about that. Declined. Thank you so much, MtGA, for reminding me. Because it's not, this whole thing isn't part of exploit. It's just when he exploits, but he's not here anymore. What sacrifices a creature? I don't want to give you cards, so I will sacrifice a creature, actually. And then I lose 4 and they draw 2. Okay, that's not bad. It's 5 mana, lose 5 mana, I lose 4, they draw 2. Massacre to deal with the farmhand. So you're gonna regret that now, because... Actually, I would love to get this Kaya online first. It's okay. Double Legion Angel's not bad. If that unless that last card in the hand is a board wipe, this should put them on a very quick clock. Can't kill them next turn, unfortunately, but it is still a very quick clock. They're not playing Blood on the Snow, that's for sure. Eyetwitch, sure, whatever. I'm legitimately, like, no joke, considering Vanishing Versing the Eyetwitch, and I think I will. No joke. Let's see what they have to say about that. If they have a sack spell, they have to use it now. Because I don't want them getting a Mascot Exhibition. And then I will Kaya. And then if they power up Hive to kill Kaya, it's whatever. I don't care. But getting to protect my Legion Angel here in case of board wipe is absolutely amazing. Again, if they have a removal spell, they need to use it now. Yeah, okay. They're just dead. They're just dead. So much value. All of your cards replace themselves. You're constantly drawing cards. All of your removal is either extremely cheap and efficient and hits everything, or it's just 2 for 1. It's with Rite of Oblivion and Kaya. It's just, this deck is nice. I'm hoping to get a mono white rematch at some point, though, so that I can prove my point about this deck being good into aggro. It would devastate me if y'all didn't believe me about the strength of this particular combination of cards. The Imperial Court was founded to help Kyoto. Well, that's just sad. Forelius. Alright, Forelius, what do you got? What you got is an opponent who cannot cast his Eyetwitch or his Shambling Ghast because he keeps drawing the wrong lands when he's on the draw. If I draw a black land, okay, an untapped black source, that would have been fantastic, but this is fine. It's a little slow. That's okay. He's not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm happy. I'll Eyetwitch, sure. If he has removal, I would rather he use it on the Eyetwitch so that I can find an Environmental Sciences to go get a Swamp. And that way, if he's playing little guys, yeah, okay. Why? Why was this Eyetwitch so threatening to you? X1s are practically unplayable. Whoa. He is janking it up. Unfortunately, Lorehold has Vigilance. Yeah, so I can't even get rid of it instant speed with Wandering Emperor. Or Vanishing Verse, that is. None of my removal instant speed hits it. I mean, he can't really go infinite with this. Still hurt a lot. Oh god. Just, the mill is running. I feel like playing Yasharn just to punish all of these people, just trying to play all of these dirtly treasure cards. Okay. Are we running out our Sorin? Or are we flashing in Wandering Emperor? I think because we have 2 of Sorin, let's run out of Sorin and then make a vampire. And then next turn we can either Fellstinger or hold up Wandering Emperor. How's he going to reanimate his Lorehold though? Also, I still don't know why the Eyetwitch was so threatening. Maybe because it blocks the Lorehold? Not sure. I forgot about the existence of that card, I'll be honest. Yikes. Okay. So he gets to play literally anything here. So Invoke Justice is the reanimation spell. 1 damage. Okay, so he's killing that. I'll make a treasure. Because now I can blood on this now. This is actually completely fine. Unless he has Invoke Justice again. I would love to draw a Rite of Oblivion here. That is like my... You still have plays. Are you gonna kill my Sorin? Fateful Absence, sure. Oh, even better, because now I actually get to... Oh, this is fantastic, because now I actually get to bring my Sorin back. Okay, that works for me. Alright, do you have the second Invoke Justice? Because you're gonna need not just the Invoke Justice, but you're gonna need Invoke Justice into removal from a vampire again. Again, which you're probably gonna find, because you're attacking with a Lorehold. Okay, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it, fellas. We really need to find a way to exile this guy, though. Okay, well. Vanishing Verse, I love you. Not the time. That's fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay, that makes me feel much better. So now we can go play our land. And dare we attack? I think we do. We've seen what he can do. And it's not kill us right away. Wandering Emperor. Sure. We'll Vanishing Verse his Emperor, I think. Yeah, we'll Vanishing Verse his Emperor. Because he's dealing with half of our Planeswalker. Like, we still have a Planeswalker in play, so I don't feel bad about this at all. And then now I can hold up Wandering Emperor of my own. Oh, he's just hardcasting a Lorehold. Sure. It's much better for me. Is he going to attack me or Sorin? I have Rite of Oblivion, so I'm not terribly worried. Does he have a way of dealing more damage to me? Can he deal 6 more? Maybe get himself an extra combat step. Straight up burn. He can cast like anything up to 5 CMC. That's pretty powerful. Although Invoke Justice doesn't do anything. Oh, okay. No, it's just gonna kill my guy. So what do we do here? I think we just let this resolve, and then end of turn, Wandering Emperor, and then pass and exile his Lorehold with this Rite of Oblivion. So create this, and then Rite of Oblivion that guy, sacking this clue. I don't really care because I can draw all the cards I want. Card advantage is not my problem this game. Really isn't. And now we have to try and close this out as quickly as we can. So we'll go ahead before he finds more ways to chain Lorehold attacks. Alright, I feel like we're in a pretty good position. He's only got 1 card left in hand. We don't really care about this 2/2, do we? Unless he has a thing that lets him sacrifice Crusade. Oh, that was a fantastic draw. We will put this on our lifelinker. And smack. And then plus Sorin. Yes, absolutely. Free card draw. Who doesn't love that? And now this Lolth makes me feel very good, because now he's going to not just need Lorehold, he's going to need Lorehold into another Seismic Wave. Otherwise, if he doesn't have the Seismic Wave, alright, but he's going to get look at a lot of cards. He's discarded a land. He had one card that he liked, so maybe he has a Seismic Wave. Seize the spoils. Okay. Do you have the Invoke Justice into the Seismic Wave? If you don't, you're dead. Okay. Alright, yeah. Planeswalkers galore. Alright, that was pretty crazy. His deck popped off. It did the thing it wanted to do, it got Lorehold into play, but we had the removal to deal with the Loreholds. We had, first time it was Blood on the Snow, and then second time around it was Rite of Oblivion to get rid of it properly. It's pretty funny that he got to hard cast the Battle Markers though. But yeah, no, like, these decks are fun, but inconsistent. With the consistency that this particular black-white deck has, you'll be tearing these apart, and especially if you're playing best of 3 when you get to bring in duresses and things that exile their yard and searches their yard for stuff. And it's like, once you're able to start playing effects like that, these decks just stop existing completely. Right, I think if this goes well, we will be ending on this one. Oh, are we going to play against mono green finally? No, this is the enchantment deck. Okay. Alright. It's this runes. We're playing against runes. So be it. Vanishing Verse is absolutely amazing in this matchup. There are a lot of very good targets. Rune 4 Champion being the key one, and Kami of Transience is the new one. So, as much as I would love to go Fellstinger here, I don't think I want to just, like, let him have this. Then again, I could maybe bait him. Then again, maybe he'll probably have, like, Hexproof or some such up. I don't know. We'll just play the Fellstinger, because now, like, he can't just attack with the Kami, because I will just block with this and threaten to kill. I think we'll go with the Sciences. We have so many resources. We just need mana to cast. Like, next turn we can go Sciences, Vanishing Verse if he doesn't leave mana up to protect the Kami. It has to be tempting to power up the rune. No, if you're not doing anything, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm not going to block it too much. Fellstinger is more valuable than that. Okay, Rune 4 Champion. Searching his library. Blood on the Snow, eh? That is a fantastic card. Yukai Naturalist is a very good addition to this deck. One that it's essentially go practically infinite. So we'll just go here. We'll grab a black source because we have Ambitious Farmhands that can get us white sources. And then Vanishing Verse. Actually, let's see if he trades for our Fellstinger here. Probably not, but if he did, then we could just Vanishing Verse the Kami. Okay, now we get rid of the Rune 4 Champion, and there you go. Lolth, unfortunately, is not very good against Kami of Transience, or in this deck in general, because all of their stuff has Trample. And Lolth, well, she floods the board really nicely. She doesn't really do much against Trample. Okay, I'm really hoping they just put the other rune on this thing as well, and don't give it any protection. That is the dream, because then I can just Wandering Emperor it away. Brilliant! Doesn't get double lifelink though, so it's not like he's going to gain a bunch of life. Okay, so he just cycles 2 cards. So now I'm going to get to do this. Yeah, this is fantastic. So white Wandering Emperor. He has no creatures in play, so he is going to need. Given that he has no creatures in play, he's going to need to play creatures and then Rune of Might, and he doesn't have the mana to just start popping off just yet. This deck lost a lot by losing Citizen Champion, that's for sure. The fact that it doesn't have that insane card draw engine anymore. Actually, is there something that draws cards for playing enchantments? Is there an Enchantress effect in the new set? I don't rightly recall. Whew, this is getting pretty out of hand as well. No joke. First Strike is only until end of turn, regrettably. So, we'll go. It's okay. First Strike Death Touch is a combo. I think I will actually Shambling Ghast into Felstinger. So sacrifice this guy. And I will target myself, hoping to draw at least a land. And then make a treasure, give myself a bunch of mana. Okay, well, didn't do any of that. But we still have a Felstinger. He has a Kami. Can he one-shot me this turn? If he attacks, I'm blocking. Am I blocking even if he attacks the Wandering Emperor? This doesn't really do anything because it just like buys a turn because he would just get the Kami back because the rune would have left the battlefield, so this is fine by me. And now at least I get to Wandering Emperor it again. Oh, Showdown of the Skulls. He is leaving 1 mana up though, very carefully. Okay. Commune with Spirits. If he doesn't cast both communes, then I'll know he has a protection spell for it. Hexproof and Indestructible. Okay, he's doing both. Fantastic. Now I can Wandering Emperor with that guy too. What is this? What fresh hell? 7 or more enchantments, creatures you control with flying and vigilance. So the number of spirits you control. So, wait. Number of spirits. Not number of enchantments, number of spirits. Oh, that has to not feel great. Okay. I love Wandering Emperor. She's so good. The fact that she's removal and a threat is incredible. Somehow we're the aggressor now. May as well happen. This isn't going to do anything. Touch of the Spirit Realm is good. In that it can get rid of one of these. Does he not have any creature to play before this? Surely, like if he had a creature to play, he should have played the creature and then played the touch so it gets counters. But if he doesn't have any creatures to play this turn, I'm feeling great. Okay, well, he missed a counter. You should have played Generous Visitor into touch and then that would have gotten a counter. It's alright. Can't kill him, can I? Meathook is creature you control dies, so I would have to kill my guy. I wonder, so let's go +1 this guy. He will probably not want to block. If he doesn't block, he goes to 2. And then that's just barely not enough for him to die off of the Meathook. Do we Meathook anyway? Doesn't trample. We can Sorin, we can Lolth, we can Angel. I think we will Blood on the Snow just to be absolutely safe. But then, what are you getting back? That doesn't sound great. Honestly, it's fine. I'm not going to play that scared. Let's just play out. Let's just play out a Lolth, and just make two tokens, and then if we'll do the math. But yeah, sorry. Sound is very slow, but we do go first, and we do have a Meathook Massacre, so I will keep it. Might regret this decision, but if opponent doesn't put a massive amount of pressure early with big creatures, like this hand is basically only really bad against mono green, and even there we have Blood on the Snow, and then like we have Wandering Emperor to clean up some of their bigger creatures. The fact that Wandering Emperor can do what it does at instant speed is so nuts. Okay, now we're in perfectly fine shape. On the play, block with Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay, cool. Although I might not even want to play out the Wandering Emperor now, because I might want to play this Legion Angel instead. I think I'm going to. Legion Angel is fantastic here. Applies so much pressure. And then next turn we can Kaya away the Fable. What is this? Atsushi the Blazing Sky. Chandra Dress to kill. That shouldn't do much. At most, he's gonna get to make 1 mana. Yeah, okay. He's gonna shoot me for 1, make 1 mana. It's not gonna accomplish much. What are you gonna do with 2 mana? Dragon's Fire away my Legion Angel. So now you have access to your Chandra. Honestly, I am not afraid of. I'm really not afraid of Chandra very much. But I will still respect it, I think, because he can get cards. So now he's gonna get this 2/2. This doesn't even tap right away, and I have a blocker for Kaya. So if he spends, if he wants to kill Kaya, he has to spend another card to kill the farmhand first, and then now this way, even if he does kill this, I have Blood on the Snow lined up. Well, I might not want to cast it just yet because I don't really have any good targets in the yard. But you know, if it's juicy, it's juicy. But my original plan was just Meathook Massacre, right? This is a very good spot to hit a Meathook Massacre. Goldspan Dragon. Now I'm a lot more tempted to cast Blood on the Snow. Okay. Well, we don't really. Why? Oh my god, he has 4 mana still. Well, at least he's playing mono red. He's not going to have a good answer to Blood on the Snow. Thank gods. We'll get back Ambitious Farmhand. At least it's not like a completely empty Blood on the Snow. Ooh, he's going to play a card. Please play another Goldspan Dragon. You didn't need to shock yourself, or do you want to keep your treasure? I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Actually, we might want to Meathook Massacre instead, huh? Gains more life, and then we can hold Blood on the Snow. This does kill everything. Yes, it does. And I don't think mono red should have good ways to put +1/+1 counters on their guys, so this should be completely okay. Yeah, there we are. Board wipes are good, and I should probably play more of them. Third Meathook or third Blood. Probably a third Blood, to be honest. The legendary and the fact that you have to keep paying more mana to kill stuff is pretty hurtful. Atushi, Blazing Sky. Thankfully, our Wandering Emperor is fantastic into that thing. Also, unfortunately, we don't have the mana to go Legion Angel and Wandering Emperor. Wonder if we don't want to just go Legion Angel anyway. No, I don't think we do. Because we'll want to Blood on the Snow away a bunch of creatures. Like, if he actually doesn't do anything else, then I'm going to flash in Wandering Emperor. Exile away the Atushi. Actually, yeah, no. Exile away the Atushi. Or just make a... Or just plus Wanderer. Like, honestly, just put Wanderer into play. Plus Wanderer. Blood on the Snow on my turn. Get back something powerful. Like this Legion Angel or the Kaya. Depending on if I have the snow mana for it. Pass to attackers. What do you got? Alternatively, I could just exile that and hold Blood on the Snow. I don't like the reflection of Kiki-Jiki, but if it ever gets out of hand, I do have the resources necessary to wipe the board. And hopefully this makes him feel relatively confident that I don't have a board wipe. So if we get rid of that. Yeah, okay. Now the reflection of Kiki-Jiki's bites also, he'll hopefully commit more stuff to the board. Okay, that's still pretty useless. Oh, actually, in this case, it does kill my Wandering Emperor. Does he have the mana for that? No, he doesn't. He's off by 1. Oh no. That's so sad. I'm considering activating Hive and attacking to kill Chandra, but then I am giving up on my Wandering Emperor. Wonder if that's okay. I mean, I think the Blood on the Snow convinces me that that's fine. Yeah, I think the Blood on the Snow really convinces me that that's fine. Because now if he does something fancy, I can just Blood on the Snow away everything and get back my Wandering Emperor, if I really want the Emperor. Right, this thing has Menace, so it cannot be blocked. We will target... Who do we want to exile? Who do we like the least? Probably doesn't matter, but I will get rid of this Goldspan Dragon. Then Hive. There we go. Takes that down. And now essentially we've traded Wandering Emperor for Chandra, and that's fine, because the Wandering Emperor already ate Atushi. And we can get back Wandering Emperor with Blood on the Snow. Yay us. Okay. So now he's probably going to make a copy of this Goldspan Dragon, and then he's going to attack, send one Goldspan at Wandering Emperor, one Goldspan at me. This is one card in hand, I don't like that. This is completely fine though. Oh, he's sending two in case I have a Vanishing Verse, even better. Wow, Wandering Emperor gained so much life. He's just gaining 8 life now, gained 2 earlier, it's essentially gained 10 life. It's sacrifice to actually get my Meathook Massacre trigger, that's funny. Fellstinger. Okay. So, play black land again, and then Blood on the Snow. Destroy both of those creatures. Again, I'm not expecting that he has any indestructible shenanigans. Alright. Get back Wandering Emperor. Also, it is a hell of a drug to play Legion Angel into Goldspan Dragon, if you have not had the pleasure. Oof. The Fable of the Mirror Breaker does hurt that plan a little bit, because it can just mean that you send fake Goldspans in instead of the real Goldspan. If Den wants to come in, I will happily trade Den of the Bugbear for Fellstinger, and then he can hit my Wandering Emperor for 1, but it still doesn't kill it. God, this is really nice. Not once have I been like, oh no, I have a Wandering Emperor in my deck, this feels bad. It's just been fantastic every single time, mate. Feels wonderful. Shatter Skull Mashing, the Emperor and the Fellstinger. Sure. Also, this is a +1/+1 counter, isn't it? Okay. Now what? In the interests of finishing the game as quickly as possible, I think we're just gonna go Legion Angel, Rebel Legion Angel, Ambitious Farmhand, find us a Plains, that'll let us play another Legion Angel. We could play a Sorin as well, but Legion Angel is more pressure. And then we can play Sorin next turn to make a Vampire and activate Coven for the Farmhand. We have one more Angel to grab, I think. Yeah, one more Angel. Card's great. Oozes value. Opponent's top decking. Second Shatter Skull Smashing would be pretty good. Atushi doesn't do anything. Any permanent he plays just gets Vanishing Verse. He's dead. Cool. We're going to stop there for the day, I think. Overall, our record is very good. We only lost that one game to Mono White, unfortunately. It's alright though, we'll recover. We'll have plenty of chances to play against Mono White and Mono Green and Control as we climb our way up through the ranks. I will keep making adjustments and modifications to the deck. As always, if you have any comments, suggestions, let me know. One last time, this is the deck list. Seriously considering finding a way to put in the third Blood on the Snow. Also, I'm only playing 25 lands because of all the Eyetwitches and Ghasts and Ambitious Farmhands. That could be greedy, only playing 25, but I think given that I have so many ways to just search for lands, playing more feels a little bad, but also at the same time, maybe if my 26th land is another Takenuma, then I should add a Takenuma and a Blood on the Snow and figure out which two of my cards are the worst cards, and I should cut them. Maybe this Kaya is bad, but Kaya she's really fun. And she's permanent exile, and she lets you recar all your planeswalkers, and she just goes from, she's nice. I don't want to cut Kaya. It's hard to figure out what to cut, given how tight the slots in this deck are, but it's possible that I should be playing one more Takenuma, one more Blood on the Snow, and two less of cards that I currently have in my deck. Blood on the Snow, as you've seen, is consistently like the most powerful catch-up mechanism for the deck, so I will sleep on this problem. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Peace.